Well, thanks for being with Morning Live. Minister of Finance Enoch Godongwana, of course, set to deliver his inaugural national budget speech later today. So Leanne Manas, as I told you earlier, she's out in the beautiful mother city. So let's take you there. And this, of course, in anticipation of what's to come this afternoon. Lots to talk about, many people to speak to. Leanne, I am so envious right now. Good morning. That shot of Table Mountain, everything.
It really is, SK. A very, very good morning to you, and good morning to South Africa on the morning of the budget that we're going to see our Finance Minister Enoch Godongwana deliver his maiden budget, and not an easy one. It really isn't an easy one, but I'll tell you what, at least everything is easy on the eye as we look up at Table Mountain and come to you from the parliamentary precinct. Well, we are at Parliament, but we are not going to be seeing the budget coming from the National Assembly. Obviously, that was a big concern where all these major events are going to be held because, of course, as we saw the beginning of the year, the National Assembly was burnt down. Literally, as you walk in, there is still, you can see the soot and the remnants of the fire that is still on the outside of the National Assembly. I must say, not a very nice sight to walk in and be welcomed at Parliament too. So that is something that you certainly never ever want to see happening at a parliamentary building, but unfortunately that is the case within the National Assembly. So a plan has been made and the budget is going to be delivered from a different venue within the precinct, and I think we showed you the building in the opening shot, and if not, we'll quickly cross over to that right now. We actually are going to be holding it this year at the Good Hope Chamber, and this of course is a building that was used for the sittings of the Cape Legislature Assembly, if you want some history, in 1854 to 1885. Now, funnily enough, that was destroyed by fire in 1892, and then it was rebuilt as a music room at about 1900s. And then some more interesting history, the state bought it from the Freemasons in 1916, and MPs occupied the building since 1994. So there you go. That's just a little bit of a history of the chamber that this is going to be held in for today. So not a very big capacity allowed inside that chamber, but I think you're looking at around about 170 people, 70 people under COVID-19 social distancing requirements. So that's how many people will be inside, but the rest of it, of course, is going to be streamed, and that's where you and I are going to be watching it too, streamed on our television screens. Now, there is so much that we are wanting to hear coming out of that budget today. It is a very, very difficult one. Look, albeit better than we were a year ago, that there are obviously much better indications that the economy has started to recover. We're starting to see things opening up in terms of business and investment and all of these kind of things, money coming in. But the reality is there are still very, very tough challenges that lie ahead of us here in South Africa. The fact that growth does not look like it is going to get any bigger anytime soon. The unemployment rate is still sitting at record highs, which is a major, major problem. There's just no job creation in this economy. And of course, people looking particularly for something like that basic income grant. Now, that's what you, I suppose, watching are wanting to find out all about. Well, we didn't hear much from the president on that, but we've still got that 350 Rand grant that's happening. People wanting to see, are things going to improve when it comes to pension, when it comes to child grants? What's going to happen to the petrol price? Are you going to be paying more when it comes to alcohol consumption and cigarettes and all of those kind of things, and the adjustments that we'll see in everyday life like taxes? So that's what you'll hear today, as well as a lot more, but I'm just breaking it down in the simplest possible form. We've got some guests that are going to look a little bit deeper into it. We've got, from Kasatu's point of view, we'll be hearing from them, and then of course we'll get you a little bit more analysis from an economist in a couple of minutes' time.